Hello everyone. So this is for the second assignment for December 15th. And what you guys are going to do is continue to solve these, but there's one additional step, or possible step. It doesn't always happen. The first step is always going to be add or subtract the number to the other side. So we can start, that's a positive 3. This negative goes with the 7. You take the symbol that's in front of it, it's positive, so I'm going to subtract the 3. And you get negative 7x is less than negative 56. The second step is still going to be divide the coefficient on the x on both sides. So I'm going to divide by negative 7. And right now you have x is less than 8. Now what I want to show you is, and you'll do the same thing, click and drag on here. Okay, so there's 8. It would, right now what we're saying, it's an open circle shaded left. Now what that shading is doing is saying these are all the numbers that should make it true when you go back to the original statement. Now what I want to show you is there's a problem. And to fix the problem, I'm going to first show you what's going on. So let's say I pick 2. It's in the shaded area. I'm going to pick 2 and I'm going to fill it in. Again, this should be a collection of all the numbers that make it true. So 3 minus 7 times 2 should be less than negative 53. 3 minus 14 should be less than negative 53. That's negative 11 is less than negative 53. And you guys should know, so if you just look at a simple number line, there's negative 53, there's negative 11. 53 is, or sorry, negative 11 is farther right, so it's bigger than negative 53, not smaller. The issue is, and how to overcome that issue, is when you divide by a negative number, when you have an inequality, you have to turn this around in order for it to work correctly. So the answer should be x is greater than 8. When I divide by a negative number, when you have an inequality, the inequality has to turn around. Whatever direction it was, it has to be turned around. So x is greater than 8. Open circle, shade right. So let's try 10. 10's in the shaded region. Let's fill it in. 3 minus 7 times 10 should be less than negative 53. 3 minus 70, that's negative 66, is indeed less than negative 53. It's farther left than negative 53. So when you divide by a negative number, it's called changing the sense of the inequality. You have to turn it around. And you would write x is greater than 8 here, and then this is what you would draw. Remember, when you first place the dot, it's going to be solid, and you'll drag to the right until you get down to the end, and then it turns into an arrow all of a sudden. And you have to click on that again to open it to be an open circle. Okay? So this one, these will also be in that type of problem. Negative, or subtract the 80 from both sides. You get 7x is greater than, let me grab a donculator to make sure I don't make a mistake. Oh, okay, there we go. The calculator wasn't going to work, but now it's going to work. 38 minus 80 gives me negative 42. Now when I divide by 7, the question is, do I switch the inequality? Do I turn it around? The answer is no, because I divided by a positive number. You don't turn it around. Yes, this number on the other side was negative, but that's not what is the problem. The problem was I divided by a negative on this previous one. When you divide by a negative, the inequality has to turn around. Okay? I didn't divide by a negative, so I don't turn it around. Okay? It's only when you're dividing by the negative. So this one, we're going to have to turn it around because the coefficient on the x is negative. Negative 2x is greater than or equal to, so what would that be, negative 14? When you divide by this negative, the inequality is going to turn around. So type this in by choosing, these things here. Why did I turn, yes, okay, I thought I made a mistake. You guys were making me nervous. All right. Whew, I hate that when I make mistakes. All right. So it has the equal sign, so you go to 7, put a dot, start dragging, drag, 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 drag. You gotta drag all the way to the end to turn it into an arrow. Okay? And you don't have to click on this because it defaults to being solid. Okay? Thanks for your time. Let me know if I can help.